What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? So we're going to be wrapping up NFL Week 13 for the 2015 NFL season. For all the past recaps for the Thursday night game, which was a crazy nail-biter with the Packers and the Lions, and all the Sunday games, be sure to check it out on YouTube. It's available under the playlist for NFL Commentary. It's also available on iTunes and Android. Just check the description in the box. If you are already listening to it via whichever avenue, it's so many different ways to listen to the podcast. You can even just go, if the easiest way, GmiasWorld.com, and just download it from there. Whatever, it's available everywhere worldwide. But we're going to go ahead and close out Week 13 with the Cowboys at the Redskins. Let me just say this. This game was boring as hell. And, it wasn't anything exciting about it other than the fact that Deshaun Jackson fumbled that punt late like a douchebag. And, he eventually came back, scored the touchdown, blah, blah, blah. But then they lost to the bummy-ass Dallas Cowboys, whatever they are, whatever's left. But there's still hope for them because the NFC East is so garbage and nobody wants to take it over. Nobody wants to do anything. That's what's really disgusting to me about even doing this regarding these two teams, because they're both horrible. And at this point, it's just like, what the hell is going on? But then again, there's still something to play for. So we still got to look at Jason Garrett's face, looking mad stupid, and wait for Darren McFadden to fumble 2 more times in another game. Like, bro, I don't know what that guy was doing and why he was doing it. Turbin didn't look too good. Like, the Dallas Cowboys are just all messed up, bro. Pretty much, you can see DeMarco Murray's been demoted in Philly. If you'd have just took less money, but I can't say that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in that man's shoes. Get your money. I've always been that type of advocate for it, because especially with a sport where any given day you could just be knocked out and you're done, bro. So, I think about it like that. Like, maybe they could have came to some kind of agreement, because I do think that with DeMarco Murray still being there, he was able to utilize that line better than anybody else that got behind it. And that just goes to show that, some guys just can't utilize, things the way others can in this league, because, he turned into nothing in Philadelphia, DeMarco Murray, and, Darren McFadden, I don't know what the hell he's doing, and Turbin looked like garbage, and they got rid of so many other running backs. Randall, Randall is hurt or something like that, but whatever. You get my point, bro. Sometimes it's just better to negotiate than to leave, because the Cowboys would have been much better off. Jerry Jones would have been much better off paying DeMarco Murray a little bit more money than signing Greg Hardy. You know what I'm saying? Greg Hardy out here beating the hell out of people, allegedly. You know what I'm saying? Just punching people in the back and shit. And, it's still not worth the attention that the Dallas Cowboys received for it. But like I said, we don't know what happened. All we know is that we saw the pictures. And that's the difference between her and Ray, with Ray Rice and Greg Hardy. If you see a visual of such a big man, Greg Hardy's a big dude. If you see a visual, that's different. So for all the guys that are saying, guys and females, the advocates, they're saying, like, why is he still in the league? A pitcher can be, doctored up, whatever. People do things with pitches. All we can do is know that that's what she said. That's what, came out of it. We don't actually see it. Ray Rice had to be banned from everything, even video games, after you've seen this dude pull out a Mike Tyson in his prime, dog, like it was Mike Tyson Punch-Out. Like, it was crazy. Ray Rice deserved what came with his whole situation. I don't know. It's kind of crazy with Greg Hardy, because looking at pictures, I've seen people doctor up photos, and it's not fair to certain people the way that the photos were doctored up. Did he hit her? He probably did. I don't know. Listen, bro, all I'm saying is that it wasn't worth it with the negative attention that the Cowboys are getting, and at this point, they're garbage as fuck. But at the same time, you have to look at the fact that there's still hope. There's still hope for the Dallas Cowboys. And that's what's crazy about this damn NFC East. The Giants suck, and it's just like, bro, nobody wants to take the reins. Nobody wants to do anything. The Eagles got the upset over the Patriots. That's fine. But they'll probably lose next week to whoever they play. So, you know what I'm saying, bro? Like, the Giants probably going to lose to the Dolphins. It's going to be a whole clusterfuck until the season ends. So I'm not really worried about all that. But I will say this, though. Kirk Cousins, I don't know what to say about him. I don't think he's going to be, the guy in this league. You know what I'm saying? I understand that RG3 may not be there next year. They got to get rid of him, bro. They got to just let this man go and try to do something else. You're messing with the man's life. Let him go. I understand that you paid him. You want to harass him and treat him like shit for a little bit, but I think at this point, they should just let him go. He shouldn't still be on that roster. Kirk Cousins is going to end up being an overall bum anyway, but he was able to do a lot of things to put these guys in position to win. If Deshaun Jackson, even though he comes back and catches a touchdown to tie the game, if he doesn't fumble that punt, the Redskins win this game outright. So it's not a situation to where it's like, okay, whatever, it's like he didn't do enough to win. That fumble changes field position, gives up the touchdown, and it reverses everything that was going on. So Deshaun Jackson, as much as a big play threat as he is, he's still very childish and immature when it comes to closing out games. Like, he tried to run all the way around the field on that part. I'm looking at it like, and plus I had a couple drinks in me, so I'm looking at it like, what is he doing? Is he playing Sonic the Hedgehog? Like, I'm thinking that he's doing something else, because he wasn't playing professional football. I don't know what the hell that guy was doing. I would have cut him right on the field. Similar to Jacoby Jones. I hope Jacoby Jones is not still a Pittsburgh Steeler after his fumbles in that Sunday night game. But, all in all, it was a very boring game. It was very disgusting. I didn't really, like I said, the only reason I watched this particular game was because I got to talk about it and let you guys know what I think about it. That's pretty much it. Other than that, the Cowboys, Matt Castle's a bum. Des Bryant caught one catch that was, in my eyes, similar to the one that happened in Green Bay that they called that said it wasn't a catch on the left side. Same everything. Look, I don't know what goes on. I don't know what's a catch anymore. I don't know what's going on with that. Let's leave that to the NFL. I will tell you this, though. I'm not looking forward to watching any more of these bums play. It is just a real disgusting situation. So, with that being said, both these teams suck. I don't really give a shit. Let me know what you females and guys think in the comment section about the game. But they both suck, so it's not really nothing to write home about. Let's go ahead and check out what's going on for the next upcoming week 14. Let's see what's going on. So what do we got? We got the Vikings at the Cardinals. You see, the Vikings just got embarrassed last week. I'm gonna have to go ahead and shit. They don't got the Cardinals don't got that run D like Seattle though. And I'm not really worried about Diggs and Bridgewater do it. I'm gonna have to go with the Cardinals at home, man, and see if they could just try to catch up, see what's going on in that AFC. What is that, the NFC West over there? Because the Rams are pretty much their ass. I think it's just between them and Seattle right now. The 49ers, I wouldn't even worry about them, bro. Even though they just had an upset against the Bears, but my dead grandmother could beat the Bears. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go with the Arizona Cardinals. Bills at Eagles. I'm gonna have to take the Bills. I don't trust the NFC East. Seahawks at Ravens, Seahawks, 49ers at Browns. That's going to be a dookie fest. But I'm going to take the Browns to beat the 49ers. Johnny Manziel should be starting, so we'll go with that. Lions at the Rams. I'm going to take the Lions. And that's crazy because these are the two worst coaches in the league, Jim Caldwell and Jeff Fisher. But I got to go with the lesser of two evils. I got to go with Jim Caldwell. I could deal with his face a little bit more than Jeff Fisher's. Titans at Jets. I'm going to have to take the Jets. If the Jets lose this game, I won't even, listen, man. I'm not going to say what I'm going to do. The Jets lose this game. Steelers at Bengals. That's a game that the Steelers have to win. I'm going to have to go with the Steelers. Colts at Jaguars. I'm going to have to take the Colts, even though Matt Hasselbeck looked like total dookie. Chargers at Chiefs. I got to take the Chiefs at home. Redskins at Bears. I want to go ahead and go with the Bears at home. Falcons at Panthers. I'm going to take the Panthers to beat the Falcons. Saints at Bucks. I'm going to take the Saints to win that game against the Bucks. Raiders at Broncos. I'm going to take the Broncos to beat the Raiders. Packers at, Cowboys at Packers. I got to go Packers. After that Hail Mary throw, I think the sky's the limit for that Packers team right now. I think that's what they needed. Sometimes you just see that little spark, and that's the spark they needed. Patriots at Texans. Yeah, we got to go with the Patriots on that. Giants at Dolphins. Yo, bro. Oh, man, bro. I'm about to go with the Giants, but if they lose, bro, I'm not even worried about it, man. Like, it's just like, it don't even matter no more. You know what I'm saying, bro? It don't even matter no more, but I'm about to go with the Giants. I think they suck, and like I said, I don't think it has anything. I don't know. Tom Coughlin may be blamed for it. He's the head coach, blah, blah, blah. Maybe his voice is starting to become redundant. They're not listening anymore, but I just don't think that it was his fault for that last loss. I just think it's just a lot of I don't know, man. I don't know, whatever. But I'm gonna take the Giants. I think if they lose, I'm not surprised. But I gotta go with the Giants, man. But the NFC East has been a total debacle, man, and straight garbage. Hopefully you guys enjoyed all of my Week 13 recaps. Look forward to Week 14 starting this Friday, which is after the Thursday night game. Definitely follow on iTunes. I think you can follow my podcast. You get alerted as soon as they're put out, even before they're on YouTube. And similar to Android also, look inside the Podcast Source app in the Google Play Store and just search GmiasWorld Podcast. It's there, and check all the descriptions. All the links in the description box. If you're watching on YouTube, be sure to follow on every link and stay up to date with what's going on at GmiasWorld. Until next time, one love.